got an email from Stacy who asked me to cover sun-dried tomatoes. Now, I've had sun-dried tomatoes many times, but I realized there is some history there and they're worth exploring, so that's what we're covering on today's WTF. Today's sponsor is Pizza Packet, and you can check them out online at pizzapacket.com. Pizza Packet produces individually portioned spice packets that are each the perfect amount for one slice of pizza. They're sort of like sugar packets, but designed for pizza. They come in all different spices. They have Parmesan, oregano, they have pizza blend, crushed red peppers, as well as garlic, and all of them are, preservative-free, MSG-free, free of fillers. It's just the good stuff. They're perfect for your next pizza party or perfect for your local pizza shop. Check them out online at pizzapacket.com and also find them on Twitter and on Facebook. So today we're talking about sun-dried tomatoes. The name is kind of self-explanatory. They are tomatoes dried in the sun. Today, especially in America, sun-dried tomatoes are sort of a luxury product. They're a little bit expensive, but historically, they were just a form of preservation. Italians would gather up tomatoes in the spring and summer, and they would dry them for use in the winter when tomatoes weren't in season. So how did they do this drying process? Well, the whole process of drying tomatoes actually started prior to home processing. So people would take tomatoes, they would cut them in half, and they would actually lay them out on their roof. The sunlight would dry the tomatoes, and then they would store them for future use. It was the radiant heat from the sun as well as the warm tiles that would help draw out all the moisture in the tomatoes. An interesting fact is that for every 20 pounds of tomatoes that were put up on the roof, 1 pound of sun-dried tomatoes would come back. Now, if you want to make your own sun-dried tomatoes, you can at home. It's really easy. Just take tomatoes, slice them in half, lay them all out with the sliced side up on a drying rack or cooling rack, something made out of mesh so there's good airflow. Put them out in the sun. Of course, you can put some herbs on them or spices, and let them be out in the sun for about 4 days to 2 weeks. Every night you want to take them in because when moisture comes due to dew, they're going to rehydrate and your process will be over. Interesting fact, sun-dried tomatoes pack the same amount of nutrients as a whole tomato does, but a lot less moisture, obviously. So it's still packed with lycopene, which is amazing for your body. Today we are not going to be making sun-dried tomatoes, but instead we're going to take sun-dried tomatoes and make teeny little pockets, well, pizza pockets. Here we go. First, cut 2 hot Italian sausages and empty the meat into a pan over medium heat. Crumble the sausages as you cook them, and let the fat render out. After they start to brown, add a palmful of chopped up sun-dried tomatoes and cook until soft. Now add about 2 cups of washed, chopped arugula and let it wilt. Transfer the meat mixture into a bowl and add about 4 ounces of cream cheese. Mix until incorporated. Add a tablespoon of red pepper flakes, a tablespoon of garlic powder, and a tablespoon of dried oregano. Stir to incorporate and set aside. On a floured cutting board, lay out and separate some crescent roll dough. Add a heaping teaspoon of the mixture at the center of each triangular crescent dough piece and fold over. Seal the edges with a fork and pop them into the oven at about 400 degrees for 15 minutes, or until golden brown. Serve with your favorite marinara sauce and enjoy. So that is how you make some delicious pizza pockets. These are great for a party, and you can make them in all sizes, so you can have them as an hors d'oeuvre or you can have them as an entree. They pack well if you're going to go out to a park and have a picnic. Lots of peas. Man, I get hooked on a letter, and that's it. Check out today's sponsor, pizzapacket.com. Be sure to visit them online or on their Twitter or Facebook. You can also tell your local pizza place about them because they are the perfect match for any pizza parlor. Tune in tomorrow for another WTF.